Hey everyone, thanks for coming back. This is the results of the fourth, I think it's the fourth, yeah, fourth Edit With Me challenge, and it was a landscape seascape actually. You did a fantastic job with all that. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at those. Oh, if you thumbs up down below, that'd be brilliant, or subscribe. It really does help with the YouTube technology bit rankings. I don't know, something like that. That's what I'm told anyway. I'd really appreciate it, really help me out, that'd be great. But without further ado, let's go and have a look at your results and see where we are. Okay, so this was the original raw image, as is, straight out of camera, that everyone had to work with. So let's see what you did. Okay, so we've gone for this editing lark. I quite like that. Day at the beach. You've dropped in a kite there. Nice to see the water splashing around where the paddles are on the front as well. Well done, I like that, that's really good. Nice sort of colour effect that you've added to blur it in as well. And having a person stand on the beach, nice little shadow on there as well. Yeah, quite interesting. You've really made the colours pop as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, good, I like it, well done. Okay, so you've cropped in quite a bit onto this. You've picked an area. Now that is one of the beauties of the definition in these photos, that you can crop in and really keep the detail in. You probably, I don't know, you might have just cloned some of the bits out. No, I don't think you did actually. I think you just cropped in really well. And that's a nice little crop into there as well. We've got those green sort of algae growing onto the rocks along with the seaweed as well, and that's really popping. It's a nice misty feel. Yeah, I like that. Really pops the colour. Very, very vibrant colour. Really coming out. Clouds are nice into there as well. And you've made them pop well. Brilliant. Good effort. Another colour tone. That's one of the things I've noticed, is the different colour tones that everyone's popping out of this is fantastic, really. And that's really nice to see. And that's, yeah, it's quite a surreal sort of colour. You certainly wouldn't believe that was Britain, that's for sure. We can but wish. Yeah, nice. Like that. Hills in the background as well, they're popping out nicely, so you've done good with that. Yeah, black and white, and you've turned it portrait as well. Black and white process is really, really good. Love that, love those rocks, because obviously the water was over the rocks, so they're glistening, and it's really coming through. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice lens flare that you've added into that. Adds another dimension into it, brings you in. Letterbox format is beautiful into that. That works brilliantly. Nice detail in those rocks on the left as well. That's working really well. Nice crop into it. Yeah, like that. That's pleasant to look at. Slightly bigger than the last letterbox coming in. You've been really selective with the colour that you keep, and that's quite nice. I like that bit of blue in the water there that suddenly then just goes back to black and white. Yeah, it gives me a focus point in the image that takes my eye into. Sky's really punching. Yeah, nice. Nice little splashes of colour and stuff around by the green bits there that you've kept in as well. Yeah, good use of that. Well done. Yeah, now one of the things I quite like about this image actually is the noise in the sky. The way you've processed it has created noise. You might have added that, I don't know. But either way, I like it. It's really making that image just come to life that little bit more, having that noise in there. But then we've got this beautiful detail in the foreground. You brought the shadows out beautifully. Yeah, lovely. Nice crop as well. Yeah, well done. So we've gone for a very misty morning here. And it was an early morning, this was took, to be fair. Typical seaside, nice mist rolling in. It's dulled it down quite a lot, but it gives it that atmosphere at the same time. All you need now is the old cutty shark coming in with all the pirates on board. Yeah, glad I didn't see that. Brilliant, another fantastic edit. Was dropping compositing all bits in. Love the lighthouse on the hill. That is just bloody fantastic. Really, really like that. The ship in the background, little seal in the front as well. Is there anything else in there? I think that's probably it. My three things. But that lighthouse does sit really, really well there. I think they should have one on that bit there. Yeah, I think that would work really well. Love the cruise liner. I like the colour as well. I love the fact that they're nice and bright and the rest of it's dark. Yeah, I really like that. Brilliant. Yeah, I love this edit. It's really soft. It's got a nice colour tone to it. It just makes you feel, especially like the top right. Yeah, I can see a little bit of outline on the hills from the difference between the two, but that's neither here nor there. There's a nice little light coming into there. Love the detail on the rocks down there as well. Nice crop. Yeah, I really like that. It's really, really pleasing. Really pleasant to the eye with that colour tone that you've chose. Totally different colour tone, totally different feel. I feel cold just looking at it. That lovely blue, just bringing in that coldness into there as well. Nice bit of mist, and it's just, yeah. Mist is obviously quite popular today as well. Okay, so it's quite heavily processed. You can see that HDR look going on into there, which is making the rocks pop, especially like the rocks on the foreground that are wet. That's working quite well. Love what it's bringing out, and that's the rocks in the sea with the slow shutter speed. Long exposure has brought that up into it. That's gone in really, really well. Another monochrome. Quite a nice little crop into that there. Quite a soft monochrome in terms of it's not really harsh and you haven't got all the contrast in, and that works quite well as well, just because of the subject matter and the way it's shot. It does work quite well doing that as well. Yeah, love that. Love the letterbox on it. Yeah, so we've gone a slightly different colour toners again. I think we desaturated it a bit, so we've got the blues in there to a certain extent, but you've desaturated at the same time. Really like this effect of the water with the blue in the centre and then whiting it out elsewhere and just making that punch. It really gives me a path through into that. Would never have thought of that, but that's, yeah, really like that. Okay, colour tone isn't too dissimilar to the last one actually. It's just we got a different crop into there. But what we do have is we have this sort of reddish tint around the outside coming into there as well, which again adds another dimension into that image. Lovely contrasting between the two, which is nice. We're almost getting to that teal and orange stage into that, and just bringing it in. It's slightly pinky rather than tealy. Rather than orangey, and it's just, yeah, adds something different. Black and white again. That's a very dramatic black and white. Very, very well processed. Yeah, I really like the way that black and white's processed. The rocks, especially on the left hand side where it's hitting the sea and into the skyline, they are blended beautifully. That really works well into that there. Mist coming through into the rocks in the foreground's lovely. That rock in the foreground is just the same sort of lightness as we've got the sea, so my eye doesn't notice it so much, which is quite nice. The way that's blended in. Yeah, and the sky's got a bit of passion, bit of energy to it as well, which is nice. Well done. Okay, this person actually sent me one originally and then got so carried away he sent me several others. So actually what I did is I picked the best one I liked out of all the ones that they sent. And this was it actually. The others were fantastic as well. They really were. I really liked the moonlight coming onto that and the way they've done bits with the waves there just to enhance that light coming down. And those clouds, the way that you've added those bits of clouds in there as well. It all adds to the atmosphere, the way you've darkened the edges down. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, different crop again, with slightly bigger than letterbox, 16 by 9 I would say, but we've cropped in from the right hand side as well, which is quite nice because it's just left that rock on the right hand side and we've ignored all the coast and everything else. So we're just concentrating on these rocks here, making them at the foreground, which is fantastic because actually it's a really nice picture in its own right there. it deserved to be selected and chosen, and that works fine. You've processed the greens and everything else are really, really nice. Looking beautiful. And the rocks, yeah, just the right amount on there. They're not punching above their weight where they should be. They're just sitting beautifully, which is really nice. What I was saying before about adding colour into the picture, there's several colours going into this. And that does add a totally different effect. Whether it's a filter that you've used in an app or anything else, you've got to try all these things to see if it works for an image. And I actually like that in the image. That brings it out really well. I do like that. Brilliant. I think I really like the blue on the top of that rock there, because that rock is massive in the picture, to be fair. And that's broke it up. We've got 3 different layers of colours going through into that. And it just breaks it up into different layers and brings me in really, really nicely. So yeah, I do like that. Well done. And the other thing, that rock at the top left, that's just pinging out with the light, especially against that orange background. Yeah, nice. Yeah, well done. I like that. Yeah, someone who's thought outside the box. That's brilliant. I'm just trying to see which camera it is. Yes, you know, that's not my Nikon. Is that a Canon? No, I like Canons really. Yeah, I really like that deck chair added as well. Yeah, that's a really good fun image. I really like that. Yeah, brilliant. Very simple idea, nice to do. Maybe you should think of doing that when you take a picture and you're putting it out there. Maybe do something like that to put it out on social media. So you're not giving away the picture, but you're signifying that you've took it. And it's a fun way of doing stuff. I really like that idea, it's really good. Okay, so I am going to do a commended today because actually it's made me think, and I did like it. And that's this one by Chris. So this is a commended one because I love the idea that you've just dropped the camera into that and used it. And you know, I love that idea. That's fantastic. Chris, if I've used that on my social media in the future, please know it was all down to you. That's really good. Obviously we do behind the scenes like that, but not the actual picture. I don't think I'm going to be sticking a deck chair in it though, mind you. But I really like that, so commended. But my favourite is this one by Sandy Roberts. It's just the moon, turning it into a moon scene and having those clouds there and that light coming in. I really like that. I love what you did with those clouds. Very artistic. Love the darkness, the little bits of light that you've got coming in. You've worked well at that. Fantastic. Okay everyone, I hope you really enjoyed looking at all of those, and I hope that you took something from that. I hope that you looked at certain people's edits and gone, actually, you know, I wouldn't have thought of doing that. That's nice. I might try that next time. And that's what it's about. Being able to take stuff and learn from everyone else and put that into your own work and develop your own photography. There's bits in there that I will certainly take and move forward and look at doing as well. So I hope you do too. If you like the video, thumbs up, really appreciate it. Subscribe for any future bits and look forward to seeing you on the next challenge, which is live now. Should be up here, okay? Look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers now.